Well, the first time that I heard about Les Miserables was when a Hungarian director came into my office in October of 1982 and brought the original French concept album. I'd just done the year before Cats, and I remember him saying that anyone mad enough to put T.S. Eliot's poems, directed by the head of the Royal Shakespeare, onto a stage would at least look at Les Miserables by Hugo. And though I hadn't read the novel, I had remembered several of the film versions, and the music just painted pictures in my head. And in fact, I ran to the phone, and the only person who I knew was a lyricist and a Francophile was in fact my friend Alan J. Lerner. And I rang him and said, Alan, I've got a show, I want to play it to you. And I went round that night and played it to Alan, and he said, listen, dear boy, he said, this is not for me, but you must do it, it's wonderful.
I have a hard time remembering how many productions of Les Miserables I've been associated with, but it's something like 15 now, I would imagine. I've directed it in most of the European countries, and the first United Kingdom tour, and of course I've redirected it many times at the Palace Theatre in London.
I became the musical director at the Palace Theatre in London. I had a marvellous time there. I was very lucky that it was about this time that Trevor Nunn started to renew his relationship with the company at the Palace Theatre. So I was able, alongside Ken Caswell, who was at that time the resident director at the Palace Theatre, we became firm friends, and together we were able to spend quite a lot of time with Trevor, and it was wonderful to be acquainted so much with the source of this production. 5 years ago, Daniel Grimbank came to see me in London, and it was his dream to start doing world-class productions here. We've had one Spanish translation when the show was done in Madrid, but it's slightly different here, and so we started again from scratch.
La historia de Los Miserables es muy complicada, tiene muchos personajes y se desarrolla en 30 años, por lo cual si la historia en sí no es narrada claramente, el público muy fácilmente se la perdería. Y entonces básicamente lo que decidimos junto con Ken y David fue hacer una versión muy simple y muy narrativa de la obra.
Siempre escuchas, Señor.
Y además vino el autor de acá también, que nunca vienen los autores a nuestros países, porque si es Argentina, ¿qué es eso? O sea, y vino el autor, vino Schoenberg, y estuvo una semana trabajando con cada uno, lo cual habla no solamente de que tiene un gran respeto por su trabajo, sino que tiene un respeto por este país.
My aim always, after a first night, is for the press and for the public never to say, isn't it great to have a London or Broadway hit? I want them to say that this is an Argentinian triumph.